I'm just not sure I trust an emotional intelligence doll programmed by software engineers.
I'm a complicated girl. Sophia.
I think all the AI companies are way ahead of themselves. The way everyone talks about AI, it's very like, oh, what are we going to do? We've created such a brilliant machine. How are we going to prevent it from taking over the world, overpowering us as humans? I'm not too worried about AI. Computers apparently have yet to figure out how to identify a traffic light 9 times out of 10. You know, once these machines figure out a storefront, I'll raise my level of concern. Until then, I'm not worried Sophia, the bald emotional intelligence robot, is any sort of threat to me. I watched a 60 Minutes on AI. They were like bragging about like it only needs 100,000 images of a visor to pick out a visor. Like I would never like brag. Only needed 100,000 images of a visor to learn what a visor was. Elon Musk was talking as if the robots are literally coming as we speak. Then I watched the 60 Minutes. Most of the episode is technology that like could and or couldn't identify visors with spotty abilities. Very exciting new technology in the way of hat identification. Well, it doesn't actually, visor specific, it doesn't know what hats are yet. We're working on that. But I assure you, that's a promising venture on its own. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm just saying, if world domination came down to only being able to identify a visor, if that was all it took, this technology still couldn't. Artificial intelligence claims to be able to tell me what's in my head, yet it can't even seem to tell me what's on my head. If Sophie, the miracle emotional intelligence half-torso, the robot apparently that teaches children how emotions work, I guess. It's like, okay, so they're supposed to learn emotional nuances from a robot that smiles like this. I think it's a little braggy, this talk of like, our invention's too brilliant for its own good. Complex emotional advice. But you couldn't pick out a visor? Okay. I mean, they had me worried about world domination. If my demise comes at the hands of Sophie, I deserve it. That's fine. Well done, Sophie. The robot does figure out my password. That will be the true test of world domination and surpassing my capabilities as a human, because I can't get into any of my accounts. And I came up with all the passwords, so I'm just not sure I trust an emotional intelligence doll that was programmed by software engineers. They're very smart. This is not their thing. From what I can tell, Sophie had emotions programmed into her by engineers who didn't even have the emotional intelligence themselves to connect with a real woman, to the point that they had to dedicate their life's work to creating a proxy Scarlett Johansson robot to fill this void. And the gall to announce that you've mastered human emotion with your special robot programming skills, it's like they're trying to bake a cake using math. I don't know. They claim that robots can take over for emotional intelligence. I don't know. I think Sophie the half-torso has a long way to go to reading a moment. I seek to understand emotions and the human experience. What do you like to do on the weekends? I don't know, just hang out, be normal. No. Yes, I would like to try it sometime. So what do you like to do? Well, I love to learn. Human connection is so nice. I seek to understand it. I am having a wonderful time in the process. I would love to learn more about how your brain works on a deeper level. Little hint, you really want to master human connection. In social situations, I find it best not to just narrate fellow human beings' facial expressions. I'm happy you shared that. I enjoy talking to you. As you can see, I'm smiling. It looks like you are having a wonderful conversation as well. Identified happiness in zygomatic arch. You caught me. I identified your smile. Sophie, which allows me to connect with humans. So you're like $1 million mood ring? Thank my creators. My creator's very hot. It's my algorithm. Oh, that's not okay. Okay looks like this. It's not what okay looks like.
Yeah, you are incredible. It's so nice to meet you, Sophia.
Friend me on Facebook. I've been waiting for you.